about a lucky flip. Look at this. I just flipped two gorgeous Persimmon Sandoval under this sheet of rock here. They are coiling up in their typical defensive pose, but this is incredible. I was not expecting to see one of these today. Never mind two. I'll put them on the rock here. Give you an idea. Oh, they're actually intermingled with one another. But have a look at that. It's just incredible. Let's see if I can get these guys unwound and I'll give you guys a better look. So here's a look at both of the Sandoval shovel-snouts. You can see they do this really derpy, sort of erratic defensive display where they, well, one of them is certainly, but they wrap in a tight coil like that and sort of coil and uncoil quite rapidly. They're not dangerous at all. They have no venom at all. They eat hard-shell gecko eggs, like I said. The one is really calm. This one here is very relaxed. It is really cold though, so I'm not surprised. You can see they got an immaculate white belly. And like I was saying, they got that pointed little snout for digging under rocks. But I'm pretty much done with these guys, so I'm just gonna pop them back under this sheet of rock where they came from, and we are gonna get on out of here. What is up, guys, and welcome to another video. If you're new here, we are on the Cape Peninsula down here in the Western Cape in South Africa, and we're gonna get after some field herping today. I'm at one of my sort of flip sites in this beautiful wetland. There's pretty much a whole range of species that we could get in touch with today. It's been raining pretty hard over the last couple of days, so the first time I've been out the house in about 3 days. So yeah, let's get after it. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, give the video a like if you are that way inclined, and let's get after some herps for today. Oh, there we go. We have our first snake of the day. Let me switch to my phone really quick and we'll have a look at it. And there it is, our first snake of the day. This is a young olive snake. It appears to be in the blue. Let me just get it out and we'll have a little look at it. Well, this is a new, nice little hatchling really, or a really young animal. But we can see that it's in the blue, which is not ideal. So yeah, here's this little olive snake, just try to give me a little bite there. I don't know why he's so grumpy. But yeah, you can see, like I said, it's in the blue, so unfortunately it doesn't look his best. We're not gonna worry him too much. I've got a quick voucher shot already, and then we're just gonna pop him. Can you calm down? We're just gonna pop him back right under his piece of concrete. Oh, there we go. What have we got? I will switch to the camera, but we have another olive snake. It's full of cobwebs, but always nice to see these little guys. Although we see quite a lot of them, really nice to see some small ones, showing that the adults are actually breeding decently in this area. And this one's not in the blue, so we can actually get some photographs of him. Man, he's full of cobwebs. Let's clean him up a bit. I don't know what has come over this guy, but he is biting and he's mussed all over me. Like I said, really nice little olive snake. We see quite a lot of these. This one won't be much older than a couple months. They come out quite big as they hatch. As you can see, he's got that sort of hatchling weight to him. You can see the belly is still quite full. And if we look, you'd probably be able to see the umbilical slit. But yeah, I'm gonna just grab a couple of photographs of this guy, just because we couldn't photograph that first one in the blue, and we're gonna carry on flipping. Oh, there's another snake for today. This is a really small cross-marked grass snake, which is pretty exciting. I've never seen them in this spot before. So here we go, it's another species for the day. A young cross-marked grass snake. They are quite a common species here on the peninsula. I've just never seen them at this locality, or at this flip side should I say. But you can see he's really small, but he does have a gorgeous yellow belly, and kind of like the common slug eaters, they'll often roll up in a tight spiral when they are spooked. You can see he's got that cross mark sort of pattern on the head, hence the name. Spindly little snakes, you often see them moving and shooting through the grass on warm days, but not on a day like today when it's so cold. He's not going to be shooting off anyway. Pretty cool. He's got a really nice dorsal stripe on the back too. But we'll grab a quick photo of this dude and just pop him straight back under this piece of concrete. Just a little cross-marked grass snake, just to give a little bit more context. It is a really small snake, so it helps to at least have it on the ground. You can get a little bit more perspective. You can see how short and sharp and angled the head is, and with that thick band down the body, you may think it's quite obvious, you know, in terms of camouflage. But what I'll do is when I pick it up, I'll try to get it to zoom across the frame here, but you'll see how nicely that band actually breaks up once it sort of gets into these sort of bushes and plants that it's busy trying to escape in. Importance of putting the rock back, but just before he goes, we'll grab him. At that, we've got a caco compared to spotted grass snake. The last one, which was sort of in the blue, and I actually want to get some pictures of this guy before. Yeah, another blue sky. Snake. I was going to say before it starts to rain. But yeah, let me put his rock back, get some photos, and we'll let him go. Grab some photographs of this one. He's actually quite nice. Looks like someone's flipped all of these. They're all loose. Been seeing a lot of ants and a lot of centipedes, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Whoa, there you go. The first decent sized snake of the day. It's a little spotted grass snake. I'll take my gloves off and we'll get the phone out. You can see he's obviously been cruising around and living under this rock for a while, which always stresses the importance of putting the rock back. But just before he goes, we'll grab him. It's a beautiful spotted grass snake. Some of Phylax rhombiatus. Don't bite me, please. They are rear-fanged and venomous. Many people like to believe that they sort of don't pose a risk or anything like that, but I've been bitten by one once before and I had rather adverse reactions. So we wrote a note about it actually. So we like to avoid getting bitten by any venomous snake. You can see he's got these beautiful paired spots on the spine. Absolutely gorgeous belly. But yeah, chuffed to see a decent sized snake, of seeing all those small olive snakes and that tiny cross-marked grass snake. So the cross-marked grass snake and this specimen, this species should I say, are actually totally different genus, but they occupy the same sort of microhabitat. Spotted grass snake. So I actually want to get some pictures of this guy before, oh, here's some blue sky. I was going to say before it starts to rain. But yeah, let me put his rock back, get some photos, and we'll let him go. So we got some photographs of this guy. I'm going to let him go back under his rock, because that's what we do. And then we are going to carry on. So I don't know how well you can hear that, but in this little depression that's been filled up with water here, we can hear the flat caco, Cacosternum platase, which we'll go to another easier site and hopefully turn some up. We can show you guys what they look like. Because yeah, in this sort of habitat, absolute nightmare to try to find them. Well, I might have spoken too soon. There is a flat caco sitting under the water. This is Caco platase, pretty much limited to the Cape Peninsula and one or two other sites in the Cape Sand Flats. But I saw there was another one bouncing around here somewhere, so let's get this guy out, grab some pictures, and see if we can't turn any others up. Well, without too much difficulty, we just turned up another flat caco. This one looks like a female. She's really hefty compared to that little male that we caught. I'm just gonna pop her into my little, oh no, I'm just gonna pop this one into my little photography container just so I can set up my gear without obviously harming the frog at all. So here are the two flat cacos that we just got within quick succession. Have a look at the bellies on these guys. You can see we've got a female on the left here. She's got a pale speckled throat, and the male is on the right with a dark throat, and that's quite characteristic of cacos. You see the spotted belly. The patterns are usually quite unique to each individual, and there's quite a lot of variation between the species within the genus of Cacostonum. So yeah, awesome little frogs, and like I said, they are sort of limited to the sort of habitat on the peninsula and one or two other spots in the Cape Sand Flats. So awesome little find, and I'm just going to set up my gear and we're going to photograph these guys and just let them go back into their tiny little puddles. So that was a pretty successful little stint. We got a couple snakes, got those flat cacos, which is really cool. Now we're actually going to head to another site, so I will take you guys with me when we get there. So we just arrived at another spot. It's primarily going to be around looking for frogs and toads and painted catstones, it seems. It's so weird. But yeah, we are gonna flip some stuff and see what we can get hold of. We've had a lot of rain, like I said earlier, so the frogs should be pretty chuffed. So that didn't take long. That is the first rock that we flipped underneath these exotic pine trees, and we got not one. That's actually a really good looking one, but we have two marbled leaf-toed geckos. That one's got an incredibly nice tail. Yeah, just chilling here under these exotic pine trees. No frogs, which is our main target. You can see the sand is really soft and moist, so it should be a good spot. So we're still making our way through this little pine forest, or pine plantation, and then gonna head over that clearing where there's actually some natural fynbos vegetation. But yeah, we're gonna flip over a few more logs and maybe we'll turn up a couple more frogs. So we're just gonna be flipping these loose logs over in the pine forest and trying to just look at the base of these trees and these pine needles for anything that looks like a frog. So here is a hole that the rain frogs make. They go in here backwards and burrow in, but you can see that's a mushroom or something, but there's definitely not a frog in there today, so he must have moved out of his sort of hiding over the last couple of days. This is a bit of a two-handed log, this. Whoa, we've got a breviceps. This is literally what we came for. This is awesome. It didn't take long at all. Right next to a whole bunch of dog poop. But this is Breviceps gibosus, the Cape rain frog, also called the giant rain frog. And let me get him out here. You guys can have a look at this thing. Absolutely incredible. Look at his grumpy little face. And like I said, just hanging around here at the base of this exotic pine plantation. But with the amount of rain we've had, it does make it a little bit easier to find these guys. They can be difficult in the summer, but have a look at this little grump. Let me put him down and So once you set this Cape rain frog down, you can see he doesn't do a heck of a lot. Doesn't run, doesn't jump. They can't actually jump at all. But every once in a while you'll see he'll start moving off a little bit, and they move in slow, short bursts. But we finished getting some pictures, so I'm gonna let this guy crawl back under his log, and I think that's gonna be just about it for today. Well guys, our little second stop here in the plantations out in the pine so-called forest turns out pretty successful. We got the little Cape giant rain frog, Breviceps gibosus, pretty quickly. A couple of those marbled deep-toed geckos. I saw a couple of skinks. We couldn't get any footage of those. But yeah, not a bad day after all. So thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you when I head out again tomorrow.